The Chicago Bears do have some pretty solid edge rushers currently on their roster. Obviously, the number one, Montez Sweat, followed by DeMarcus Walker, who I think is in for a huge season this upcoming year. And then fifth-round rookie Austin Booker out of Kansas, who has been working with Max Crosby and now Montez Sweat and DeMarcus Walker. He could be a huge problem in the NFL because from the looks of it, he's too big, he's too strong, he's too fast, and I'm not going to say too good yet because one, we haven't seen him on the field yet, and two, he's not Derrick Rose. So shout out to all my Chicago Bulls fans. But what happens if one of those guys goes down? We're, especially Montez Sweat, we're in big trouble. There is no denial about that at all. And even though our secondary and linebackers group are arguably some of the best in the NFL, and that's why we're already ranked a top 3 defense according to many analysts against the league, I think that we still need to go out and get one more guy to not only help this defensive edge room, but also in case something happens. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. My name is Nick Rohde, and as always, thank you for tuning in. We are 100 days away officially at the recording of this video on May 28th, 2024 from the NFL kickoff of next season. And I am sure all you, like myself, are pumped about it. But today, I am going to go through a new free agent target that I haven't covered yet and really haven't seen anyone else talk about that could be a huge pickup for Ryan Poles and the roster in order to have a nice season with the Chicago Bears. Carl Lawson, former Jets and Bengals edge, is still on the free agent market, which kind of shocking by that because he is a good low-risk, high-reward guy. He's young. He's shown a lot of success in the NFL, which I'm going to go over in a little bit. And only due to one injury of seasonal injury, which that happened last year, and obviously that hurts your trade value the upcoming year. That's why he's still on free agency, but I'm going to break down what he brings to the table, why I think Chicago should at least bring him in for a workout and see what he's made of. And before I get into today's show, if you want the Chicago Bears to sign another edge in free agency before the kickoff of camp, make sure to smash that like button on this video, along with commenting the edge that you want the Chicago Bears to get in free agency, whether it's Lawson or not, or just throw a bear down in the comment section below. So let's go into Carl Lawson, because obviously that's why you guys are here today. The 28-year-old edge stands at 6'2", 265 pounds, nearly the same size as Khalil Mack, only 3 pounds lighter and 1 inch shorter. And he's clearly built like him. I mean, look at this guy. It looks like the freaking Hulk. He's been in the league for 6 years, and he's still, again, only 28 years old. Still young, still has a lot of years left in the tank. And I think that he is a very good ball player. Not only that, he was all conference before he came to the NFL at Auburn, when back in 2016, that's why he arguably became who he is in the NFL today. 10 sacks, 15 tackles for loss, and 30 total tackles. Solid stats at the combine as well. At 4.67, 40 times, so clearly he's got the speed off the edge and probably has gotten even faster. A 33-inch vertical, which is great for pass deflections. Again, standing at 6'2", having that, you probably dunk a basketball. I mean, absolutely you can dunk a basketball. Broad jump of 9.5 feet, which is super impressive. But here's where the kicker is and why he's so dominant and could be so dominant. He benched 225 35 times in a row. Now that's insanely impressive. Clearly strong, young, and fast with gas left in the tank. His stats speak to what he could do on this team. Those overall stats, you're probably like, ooh. But during the last 3-year span before his injury, very solid. In over total on his 6 years, he has 120 total tackles, along with 27 sacks, 28 tackles for loss, and 107 quarterback hits. Not knocking that at all. That's pretty impressive. But from 2019 to 2022, that's where a lot of his career stats, if not most of them, came. 92 total tackles in that 3-year span, along with 17.5 sacks, 19 tackles for loss, and 78 quarterback hits. I am so impressed by that span, and I think that he could have been one of the better edge rushers. I mean, before his injury, he had 7 sacks in a season, so that was a career high for him. But overall, averaged 25 quarterback hits during that 3-year span. So he also, again, had a career year in sacks that season with 7. He has a powerhouse of just getting to the backfield and creating pressure, and that's critical. If any pressure is on a quarterback against this now secondary and linebacker group, they're going to get interceptions. They're going to turn over the ball. That's what we need the defensive line to do. That's where games are won and lost, is getting the pressure on the quarterback to disrupt the offense or even just cause fumbles in the backfield. The running backs, he has just crazy good strength, And on top of it, we have Eric Washington as our defensive coordinator, who is known for developing some of the best defensive lines over the last decade in the NFL. Obviously, it's not just a one-man sport. He was developing everyone on that line. And I think Lawson could get a re-spark of his career in Chicago because, again, low risk, high reward, and you have Eric Washington along with Montez Sweat, along with Andrew Billings, Javon Dexter Sr., Zach Pickens, DeMarcus Walker, Austin Booker. Yeah, you have a lot of help. You can develop and become the player that you want to be. Carl Lawson would be a great asset to have back on this team. According to scouts, too, on top of it, he's just too strong for opposing offensive linemen and is a backfield wrecker. I mean, he's only 6'2", but he plays way bigger than his size. He's only an inch smaller than Khalil Mack, and again, 3 pounds lighter. His speed and strength combo is what makes him so dangerous and hard to cover because he will over-dominate offensive tackles because they're a lot slower than him. On top of it, he even needs to get double teamed, which creates more opportunity for the rest of the defense. He has strong vision, too, when attacking after the ball, and he's always there in the right moment. But overall, strong run stopper, strong backfield presence, gets there easily with good swim moves and also just his overall strength. I like the opportunity that this guy brings to the table, and I think that sign him to a 1-year, $4 million contract. Like, give him, something, and then see what he does. Like, what's the worst that could happen? Now, before I get into the final thoughts on him from around the league, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Freshie Organic Tequila Seltzer, a Chicago-based startup. Comes with 3 great flavors of lime, grapefruit, guava, and blood orange habanero. 99 calories of the summer's best tasting seltzer. Go to the Freshie Finder in the link below to find Freshie near you at your local store. Overall, guys, I like what he brings to the table. I think that he's a strong player, physically and figuratively. On top of it, he can bring a good veteran defensive presence and help also develop Austin Booker. He's a good rental too, and if something happens, he's a proven starter, so it's not like we're throwing Dominque Robinson or Austin Booker out there hoping for the best. We have someone that can back it up, and if we sign him now, he gets used to the defense, gets used to the guys, gets better, gets more in shape. Overall, just a lot of good things could happen if we bring in him now. So that's my thoughts, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts on it too. And make sure you smash that like button if you want the Bears to get another edge, and then comment who you want or just a bear down in the comment section below. But with that, thank you as always for tuning in this episode of Just Another Your Chicago Bears. My name is Nick Rohde, and as always, bear down, baby.